Riot will be enforcing TPM and Secure Boot in Valorant on Windows 11 PCs. Now, you picked this as a headline topic. Tell me why you think this is that important.
Because nothing else that was in here was really that important, and I find it kind of interesting. Because Riot, the last time they did this, they did a whole Ring Zero BS thing that people were upset about.
Yep.
Now they're doing TPM. I really like the idea that they are hardcore cracking down on cheaters in specifically the shooter game space.
Yeah.
The first-person shooter space. There's cheaters in basically everything, but cheating in first-person shooters has been really rough for quite a while now. Back when we were the youngins, cheating in first-person shooters was absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
But I would highly argue that it was a lot less common because it was really rough. And these days, it's very easy to the point where they will run ads on like YouTube to try to get you to go to their website. And you go to their website, you pay through a payment processor that isn't even that scary. You run a program and you're done.
And you're cheating.
It's not complicated. It's very, very accessible. And that has made it really, really crazy. Like almost every shooter game is just completely rampant with cheating. And like the thing that really gets me is how common it is that streamers end up getting caught after they've been streaming for a long time and have like a quite established audience.
Yeah.
Like it's pervasive. It's horrible. So I'm happy that they're doing something about it. Feels really weird adding any amount of tracking stuff to a computer. I do wonder at a certain point if we've been talking for a long time about how consoles are becoming computers. This topic kind of piqued my interest of whether gaming computers are going to consoleify slightly.
Interesting. So rather than consoles PCifying, or I mean, it's been happening, but they'll reach
Maybe
peak
it's a little bit of both.
PCification.
It's a convergence,
and PCs will get consolified. But
if
then,
you want it to be really gaming, yeah.
Meanwhile, Valve is going full bore, full bore gaming on Linux, where I would imagine it would be more difficult to enforce. I mean, I don't know. I guess Riot could technically enforce TPM. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I have never even thought about whether TPM does anything on Linux or works on Linux. TPM on Linux. In Unix and Linux, the global temperature. Oh no, TMP. Whoops. There we go. Trusted platform module, Arch, Wiki, secure crypto processor, dedicated. Okay. So I guess nothing would actually prevent Riot from requiring TPM on Linux as well. We just don't necessarily have an answer to that yet.
They are not enforcing this on Windows 10, which is interesting. So Windows 10 users are not locked out despite TPM 2.0 being launched years ago.
So they're saying they're good with people cheating as long as it's on Windows 10 and as long as it's only for the next 4 years or so, at which point maybe they can consider dropping support for Windows 10.
This is clearly a moving forward goal. Yeah. But yeah, it's very interesting to me. Cheating in shooters is absolutely a very deep problem for basically every shooter. Like it's unfortunate, but it is that pervasive. So something has to be done. I don't know if this is the necessarily solution that I would want, but at this point in time, if I wanted to be competitive in a shooter game,
you'd support it basically.
Maybe, yeah. Just run a different operating system for the other things that you want to do. I don't know. Have a different boot drive, do something else.
Or just
but
socialize.
Or that, yeah. Like you can find some form of solution, but yeah, there needs to be stronger enforcement. And it's very, very difficult to do that. And I don't know how I would do it. So I haven't necessarily thought of something better than this.
I mean, some of the cheats are
extremely difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how you would detect them because they're so close to operating as a human user would. Like they'll even go as far as to have it running on a separate machine
Separate
that
computer.
then
Yeah.
emulates mouse and keyboard inputs, like just plugs into the gaming machine. And it's like, okay, how do you
Those are
detect that?
crazy. There's stuff too, like this is, I mean, this is just major design issues, but there used to be a thing in Tarkov. I've heard there's similar things going on still, but I don't know if it's true. Where you would have a completely different computer,
Yeah.
and they would be able to sniff like traffic for any lobby ID, and you could check your lobby ID while you're in the game. So you would just select your lobby ID, and then it would show you all the loot, all the players, where everyone was facing at every point in time. So you could like creep up on people and know if they were looking at you and everything. And it was running on a separate computer.
Oh,
So like one of the ways that streamers were getting caught was you'd see the streamer playing and doing this constantly, but not interfacing with the chat. And they'd go
Right.
like, "There's one in front of us around the corner." And it was like, okay, come on. And they would just do it too many times, and their audience would call them out. But like that's ridiculous, right? You can't catch that person. That just, I mean, that has to be fixed at a
Yeah,
at a
not if they're not
right?
streaming. Like
Yeah,
there's no way to know.
yeah, that has to be fixed at a design level. But outside of that,
Hey, you're getting accused. You're getting accused here. Twitch Plays Dion
me,
says Luke sure do know a lot about hacks and cheating. Sus.
yeah, I'm. You can check my records. I'm not good enough for that, but
That's fair. That's fair.
I would be doing better if I was cheating. I swear. But I mean, it was so rampant in. I don't know. These days, I haven't played Tarkov for a little bit now. I haven't been playing the new wipe, but it was very rampant a while ago, and this was like brought to light by a lot of the community. There was a YouTube stream. It wasn't live. We were able to figure that out pretty easily. So they
Yeah.
were trying to like spoof it as live, but it wasn't live. But there was a YouTube stream that was basically just constantly up for a super long time, of someone running like Tarkov cheats, just like killing entire lobbies and taking all their stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
It was nuts. And it happens in all these other games. It's all over the shooter space. So yeah, work
Oh.
being done against that
Wow.
is
I'm
pretty
getting
cool.
wrecked down in the float plane chat. True Scott says, from Linus's last game of Supreme Commander, I'm pretty sure he isn't cheating. Okay, I was trying to host a video
Whoa.
at the same time. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't my last one. Okay, all right, I wasn't in the right headspace. I screwed that game up pretty bad. It was pretty